Hello everyone. Welcome to this session on how to analyze a mock test. This session will help you to understand where you are going wrong and will help you to make the study plan as per your strength and weaknesses. Before we move on to understand how to analyze it, let us see what you should be focusing upon while writing the SimTest. Firstly, make sure that you are writing the SimTest in the right set of environment. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that do not write the SimTest when you are too tired after attending 5 to 7 hours of school, colleges, and attending tuitions and some other extra co-curricular activities. Don't write when you are too stressed up. Don't write any mock test when you have just woke up. Write when you are in the right frame of mind to take the test. Also make sure that your phone is on the silent mode, you are isolated. Make sure that you are writing where there is no external disturbances. Point number 2, you need to ensure that you are maintaining a proper rough sheet which will have a proper calculation step by step. That is what you can use it while analyzing it. Trust me, this is going to be a lot more useful while analyzing it, and hence you need to preserve that rough sheet. You do not simply throw away the rough sheet after the mock get over. Let's see how to analyze the mock. Now, step 1, if you get a question right, if you got it correct, a lot of time what student does is they do not ponder upon that question, and that's a mistake. Okay, was it a guess? You need to understand that a lot of time it happens in verbal ability or maybe critical reasoning. You were confused between two options and you marked option A and you got it correct. You are confused between A and B and you marked it correct because you guessed it, and you forget to check whether it was genuinely correct or not. Not only that, was that a better way to approach a question? Is there an optimum way wherein you can solve that particular question so that when it comes next time, I can save my time? You need to also learn that, correct? So what should be the plan of action? Very simple. There is only one plan of action for such questions. You need to watch the video solution. We provide you with the video solution. You need to ensure that you watch the video solution of each and every question to understand if there are any better approach to solve these questions. Let's see the next. So first we saw what would you do if you have got the question correct. So you will go through all the questions that you have attempted correctly. Then you will come back to those questions which you got wrong in the exam. You need to ask yourself, was it because you misread the question in the exam, or was it because you miscalculated it, or was it because you misinterpreted the question? You need to ask this three. It has to be one of the three, correct? It cannot be anything else, right? I am sure you would not simply bluff the question. Yes, if there is a negative marking, then it's a different case. If there is no negative marking, it's a different case. But if there are negative marking, then I am sure you don't want to bluff it. Especially when it is quant and reasoning. In English, you can probably take a wild guess if you are down to two options, correct? So what you should do if it is one of it, so you need to understand where it went wrong. Do not see the video solution. Do not see the video solution. Do not see the text solution. Make sure that you solve this particular question on your own. Why? Because the moment you see the video solution, you are not learning. When you solve on your own, it might take 3 minutes, it might take 5 minutes, it might take 10 minutes. See, understand, if you have attempted this question in exam, it means that you knew how to solve it, correct? If you knew how to solve it, then how can you go wrong? So that's something that you need to take on your ego. That if I knew something, how can I go wrong in this question? I need to get it correct. The moment you get it correct, you will have that confidence. No, I can solve this question correctly. And that is where you will be able to understand. You will be able to understand which are the three mistakes you made in the exam. And let's say if miscalculation is a mistake, is an error type which is predominantly in the mock that you have taken, then you need to make sure that while practicing the homework or while writing the sectional test or a full length mock in future, you are slightly cautious about your calculation so that you don't end up losing the marks as well as getting the penalty marks, right? So you need to be cautious about the mistake that you are making quite often. If it is one of the case, it's human, that's a possibility that you make one of the error, accepted, but you need to solve the question. Again, do not forget to watch the video solution. Even if you have got it correct at home, you need to watch the video solution, because let's say out of 10 question you are able to solve 10 question correctly at home. Maybe for 2 questions there is a better approach to solve a question. So those 2 questions will be crucial when you solve the similar question next time in any mock or in the actual question. You will be able to save the time if there is a better solution, better way to solve it, correct? And at the end, you need to figure out how many more marks you could have scored if you would have attempted this question correctly in exam. So let's say if it is +4 -1, and let's say you attempted 10 questions at home which went wrong, and out of those 10 questions you got 8 correct, which means ideally you should have been 8 into +5 and not +4, because though it was 4 marks, you lost those 4 marks and also you attracted that 1 mark penalty, correct? So you are losing 5 marks for every wrong. So ideally your score should have been up by 8 into 5, which is 40 marks. So 40 mark is something where, you know, it should pinch you, because ideally you were supposed to get it correct because you knew it and you got those 8 questions correct at home. So in the exam you should have got it correct, right? So if it is a calculation mistake, you have to be too cautious about it. If you have misread the question, then if it is once or twice, maybe you're not able to misread, or if it was an interpretation error, it's accepted. But if it is quite often, then you need to understand that maybe you are reading very quick or you are trying to skim the question. In either of the case, you need to slow down your speed and make sure that you read the question twice so that at least you don't make this error. What will happen if you read question twice and read slowly? Maybe you will be able to attempt 2 questions less. That's it, correct? But at the same time, you will be able to get 8 more correct. So it's always a trade-off. It's always that trade-off, right? So this was about the questions that you attempted wrong in the exam. Now let's move on to the question that you skipped. So what you should do? You need to check yourself, did it deserve to be skipped? So again, how will you be able to ask this question? First, you will have to solve these questions again on your own without seeing the video solution. The moment you solve on your own, and if you get it correct, you need to check, did it deserve to be skipped? Was it because there was a less time and I did not reach to this particular question? Or was it I misread it and I did not solve in the exam? Or because I made some calculation blunder in the exam, in the mock exam, and I was not getting the correct answer and I skipped it? There could be multiple reasons. You need to figure out what is the root cause of skipping this question. Now, was it from my favorite topic? If yes, then absolutely you should not have skipped it. Whether it is an easy question or a difficult question from the favorite topic, you should have attempted it. Was it because, as I explained, it had a less time, or was it because you misread it? So either of them, you need to ask yourself, why did you skip this particular question? And if you could have solved this question in exam, how many more marks you could have got by attempting this question? And again, if you get the question correct, this skip question type, it means that ideally you should have solved the question in the exam. And do not forget to watch the video solution. Now what if, let's say out of 120 questions, you are not able to solve, you were not able to attempt, let's say 40 question in exam, and out of 40 questions, 20 question you were able to solve after the exam got over, the mock got over, and the 20 questions you were still not able to solve. You need to ponder upon why you are not. There's a possibility that you have skipped certain topics and those 20 questions are from those, or it is from a topic which you are not very good at it. You are able to solve the easier question from the topic but not the difficult ones. right? You need to ponder upon and make sure that you make a proper study plan to tackle those 20 questions maybe in 1 month or 2 months time down the line. And we'll see how to make a study plan based on the analysis that we do. Now, step 4, the most crucial part after you have attempted, after you have analyzed the question that you attempted correctly, the question that went wrong and the question that you skipped. After you have done the complete thorough analysis, you need to do the SWOT analysis. You need to identify what is your strong and weak areas. You need to figure out the high speed and the low speed question type, because that will help you to understand whether you should be attempting this question in the first round, second round, or the third round. And if it is, the question, if the mock test or the actual exam is like T20 game, which is an NPAT or a SCT, where in SCT you have 60 questions 60 minutes, in NPAT you have 120 questions 100 minutes. So where the time is very crucial, and if you know which is the high speed low speed question type, if it is a high speed, then you will be attempting it. If it is low speed question type, then you will not be attempting it. And similarly, high accuracy low accuracy question type is something that you need to be focusing upon. So you need to figure out these 3 things for every question that you be attempting. Now, once you have done the SWOT analysis, you should ideally make this chart kind of a thing. Okay, where you will write down the topics: high speed high accuracy, high speed low accuracy, low speed low accuracy, and low speed high accuracy. You will bifurcate all the topics into this 4 category. Now, if it is high speed high accuracy, whether it is a test match or it is a T20, you will definitely attempt it. High speed high accuracy, you will definitely attempt it. Correct? If it is, let's say, low speed high accuracy, if it is a test match, you will still attempt it, because even if you are taking 3 minutes for a question, but you are sure that you will get it correct, you will definitely attempt it. If it is low speed low accuracy, whether it is a T20 or it is test match, whether it is IPMAT Indore or NPAT SCT, you will definitely not attempt it. High speed low accuracy, maybe it will depend upon the time limit, whether you have, how much time do you have. Correct? Now, what is the first thing that you will have to do? You have to ensure that high speed low accuracy question types slowly and gradually, with the practice, move to low speed high accuracy. So what simply you need to do, if you are taking very less time, or if you are taking very less time, high speed, right? So if the speed is very high, try to decrease the speed, take more time to understand the question, think twice, so that your speed has decreased, you are taking more time, and your accuracy has increased. So that's how you need to work upon. For example, a question like verbal reasoning, syllogism, generally it is very high speed, but accuracy is not that great. Okay, so maybe you might take 30 seconds or 1 minute more than your usual time. Try to analyze the question, try to figure out various possibility and attempt it, so that your accuracy increases. Let's say if you're right now your accuracy is 6 or 7 out of 10, maybe you can take it to 8 or 9 out of 10 in that particular question type. So slowly and gradually take one question type, shift from high speed low accuracy to low speed high accuracy. Similarly, low speed high accuracy question type should also be moved to low speed high accuracy. Low speed low accuracy, it could be different for different student. For example, if I have to take here low speed low accuracy, could be some questions on matrices determinant or maybe trigonometry, where you need more time and accuracy is also not that great. You need to, the only way to move from low speed low accuracy to low speed high accuracy, the only way is to solve more and more question type of that. Maybe daily 5-10 questions of trigonometry, or from a topic that you are not very comfortable with, 5 questions of that topic for next 1 month. I am sure from low speed low accuracy you will move to low speed high accuracy. Right now, if you are getting 5 correct out of 10, maybe if you practice enough, that 5 will reach to 6 or 7 correct. Slowly and gradually it might come to 8 or 9 correct out of 10. That's the whole objective of doing this exercise. And lastly, when you have question type here in low speed high accuracy, you need to take those question type to high speed high accuracy. Now accuracy is in control, you have understood how to get it correct. So the objective is to increase the speed, maybe try to do it slightly faster, so that your speed also increases. So this is how you need to plan your entire journey of preparation After doing the SWOT analysis and after making this chart, this is what you need to do for next 1.5, 2 months probably before you write the next mock. This is what you exactly need to do. Trust me, if you are doing the proper analysis, the 4 steps that I have mentioned so far, you will at least take 6 to 8 hours of analysis. You cannot do the analysis in 2 to 3 hours. If you are doing analysis in 2 to 3 hours, then you are definitely making some mistake. Now, moving on to next step, next 1 month plan. So, as we discussed, you will focus on low speed, high accuracy question type, correct? And move this question type to high speed, high accuracy. What you need to do, revise and write the benchmarking test. That's the only thing. Keep on writing the benchmarking test so that your speed increases, right? You need to write under the time pressure, and hence the benchmarking test is the ideal way to improve your speed under the time pressure. Focus on high speed, low accuracy. We discussed high speed, low accuracy to decrease the speed and increase the accuracy. So what you need to do is, if the accuracy is less, it means there's a conceptual error, or maybe the understanding error. So revise the concept, watch the video solution, class exercise practice, start from the scratch, take the topic, start from the scratch and try it again. Solve more number of questions to understand where you are going wrong. As we discussed earlier as well, high speed, so you need to decrease your speed so that your accuracy increases. Now, the last thing, very important here, are you letting the level of difficulty of a particular section to decide the score? This happens with a lot of students. For example, in IPMAT Indore, okay, the first section is short answer section, and if that comes out to be difficult, a lot of students start panicking, and they under that pressure they panic and they make blunders in the next 2 section also. That happens in NPAT, that happens in Rohtak as well. Okay, you start with one section and that one section comes out to be difficult, and you lose that morale and you score less marks in the other 2 sections. Probably those 2 sections are quite easier as compared to the earlier one. So you need to ensure that you are giving your best while attempting not the section, but while attempting every question. There's a very high possibility that the first 5 questions of IPMAT Indore short answer are very difficult, and you have to skip all the question after spending 10 minutes, and then you start panicking. Now I have lost 10 minutes, what I should do next? You have 30 minutes more, right? And you have only 10 questions. So in 30 minutes, try to attempt those 10 questions. There are chances that those out of 10, 7, 8 questions you will be able to get it correct. So don't lose your hope in the middle of the exam. One swallow does not a summer make. What does this phrase mean? If you have got something correct this time, or if you have scored very great mark this time, does not guarantee that you will score good mark in the next mock as well. So बोलते हैं ना, वो चने के जाड़ पे नहीं चढ़ना है, correct? If you are consistently scoring good, then you need to be, I would not say be rest assured, don't get overconfidence, be calm, stay grounded. That's the most important thing. Okay? And Kaizen, it's a Japanese phrase, a Japanese term. Kaizen, it means continuous improvement. If you are scoring 210, 220, 213 IPMAT Indore, why can't you target scoring 250 and 260? If you are scoring 70, 72 in NPAT, why can't you target scoring 78 and 80, 85 in NPAT? If you are scoring 310, 320 in IPMAT Rohtak, why can't you aim at scoring 350 and 380 and 400 in Rohtak, right? So there's always a scope of improvement, and you should not get relaxed. Ki nahi, I am able to score, so let me relax. I'll be able to clear my cutoff. Never ever do that. Why can't you aim at getting AIR rank 1? That should be your whole objective, right? So with that, thank you everyone. I'm sure this session was helpful. I'll see you again with another informative video. Till then, bye-bye.